Sige. So I have here the blue, of course. Then I started with the bar chart because I need to show you how to create the bar chart. We start with the simplest one. Okay. So you have bar chart here. So if you would want to just show, say, comparison of, uh, I have the data source muna. This is my data set. This is the content of my data set. So I have customer, age, gender, loyalty member, product type, SKU, rating, order status, payment method, total price, unit price, quantity, purchase date, shipping, add-ons, and add-on total. And then I have created a bin. Um, I'll show you why. I'll tell you why later, why I created an age bin. So for now, these are the columns that I have, and ito yung kanyang preview. That's the content. So for example, I just want to show uh, the the number of customers that are male and female for this particular electronic business. So I have created the bar chart. Okay. So we'll try to replicate this. Okay. So here in my bar chart, of course, I will need the customer and the gender. Let's see. So let's have, because I want to show the gender, I'll have my gender. Okay. And okay. So for the customer, how will I know? I will need to count, right? Let's go back here. I have a customer ID, and that is supposedly what you call this, unique identifier for my customer. However, if you're gonna take a look at the data set, sabihin nyo, may mga paulit-ulit na customer ID. Why? Because this particular data set, it's a sales data. So that means it's okay na uulit yung customer mo because a customer can have multiple orders at the same day, at the same time, different products or the same product, ganyan. So, okay lang yun na maulit siya because this is a transaction data set. Okay? So, hindi naman siya customer record na dapat hindi mag-uulit yung iyong customer ID. No. Since this is a transaction data set or a sales data set, maulit lang yung customer mo. Especially if sila yung bumabalik at bumibili lang sa'yo, di ba? So that's fine. Okay. Going back. Balik tayo dito. So since I have multiple, syempre, what do I need to do? Because I need to know the number of, in that particular data set, in this business, I need to know the number of customers na babae or lalaki. Right? So, okay, I need to put in, okay, I have the gender, and then I would want to, what's the metric? So I would want to count, I'll just base it on the customer ID. Okay. And what do I do? It should be a measure, right? And since sa aking data set, I have duplicates or maraming iteration, syempre, order kasi yan, yung customer. So, maaring bumili siya ng 10 pesos sa stores. That's why yung 10 beses din na ulit yung kanyang customer ID dun sa record. So, in order for me to count that particular customer ID, minsan lang is I'll have to make use of the count distinct. Count distinct or the word distinct will make it, ibig sabihin distinct, it's unique. So, I will only count this particular, this particular customer ID 1000 once lang. And that's just one customer count. Okay, now I have this. And if you've noticed, nag-bar siya agad because my selection here is automatic. It kinda selected that already for you. Parang ganon. That's pero you can also change yan if hindi mo trip yan. Or you can show me what are the available charts or visuals that I can use for this particular data. And it has, in the show me part, dito sa right, diba? Ayan, it gives you the required dimensions, and it gives you the required number of dimensions and measures. So yan, ito pwede ko gamitin because I have supplied the number of required dimensions and measures. Okay. Yeah, so you can change it to this, that, that. Okay, how about the color? Okay, I'm gonna get the gender again and drag it to the color here. Then I'll have that. Okay, so I have now, kung nakita nyo, okay, nag-add din dito. So that's, and you can also change the color if you want to. So you can change this, the color. Edit, and you can choose. So nag-matic na siyang ganyan. Initially, if you are to do this on your own, blue lang siya. But then again, since I already did that previously, so yung prior preference ko is yun na yung ginamit niya. But all you need to do lang naman is select that, select this, and then you select, ayan, and you assign it. And okay. You apply it, rather. You apply it, the color, and then okay. Okay. All right. How about, okay, I don't want to do an estimate here. I would want to see it at a glance, the number of customers, or yeah, the number of male and female customers. So what shall I do? I can just go to here and put in the labels. Okay. Show mark. Okay, there you go. Show mark labels. Just have to add it there. So you just have to click and then show mark labels. Okay. So we can now say, so you change, let's change the chart title. So for your chart title, it should provide context to the visual. So dito, right, it's just saying customer. This is my customer by gender. Customer by gender. And then you can change the font style, the font size, and so that's bar chart. Let's move on to the histogram. I have here another chart that shows the distribution of um, customer by age. So this is skewed to, what's the skewness of this histogram? To the right, to the left? Or where is the tail? Hala, kalimutan nila ang dot ninyo. How you read histograms. Okay. So this is the tail. So it's skewed to the right. That means that the customers' age are more leaning to younger groups. So eto, di ba? So mas marami pinakamarami nga nasa dito eh. And this is where I use the bin. What I did here is I created the bin. So from here, this is the dimensions, and right click, and you will have, when you right click that, then you will have to create, and then create bins. And you click on that, and then you have to. So you just have to set the number of the size of the bin. So I selected 20 because again, the minimum here is 20 and the maximum is 18. So para ma-fit yung minimum niya, so I made use of 20. So if you take a look at the bin here, the one I created, edit 20. So this is 0, this bin, yung range nito is 0 to 19. This is 20 to 39. This is 40 to 59. This is 60 to 79. And then we have the 8. Tama ba? Tama ba yung range? Yeah. Okay? So, this particular customers mas leaning towards younger age, younger people. Like, okay, yeah, we have the highest is this pin, itong range na to, or age group. And then, but if you, of course, so we have from 20 to 60, yung pinaka-age group. Okay? Clear? That's for histogram. How about for heat map? Okay, again, you make use of age distribution. You make use of histogram if you would want to show the distribution. How well distributed your metric is. Okay. So, sige, let's try to do that. Let's have an example. If you want to do the histogram, first is let's create the bin. I-replicate lang natin. I've already prepared and then we replicate it so that masundan ninyo on your own if you're doing it sa NVIDIA. Okay? So first, let's have, I already created the bin kasi. So let's have, I already showed you how you can do it. So you can either click this down arrow or you can just right click it. It's the same. So you just have to click and then create and then you will have the bins. Okay. So you just have to put in the size of the bin, meaning the range that it will cover. So what made me decide that it should be, the size is 20 because the minimum here showing is 18. Okay? And just click OK. So, okay nyo na siya. So now, I'll just cancel because I already have it here. Okay? Okay, so I have here now my my bin, my age. So we're trying to replicate this here. So let's also consider again the customer. This is the dimension. It should be here, and let's have a metric. This is dimension. It's the blue one, dimension. The green one is your measure. So let's make use of a measure. And I want to make use of this as the customer. Drag it here. Currently, it's a dimension. I will need to change it to a measure. And you have to select count distinct. So meaning it will only count the numbers once. So once you change the measure to count distinct, you'll have now your histogram. And then if you want to change the color, then you can also, all you need to do is just say, for example, if you want to change based on the age bin, then you just have to put it there. Yeah. And again, you can always edit naman the color palette. Okay, so let's have tree map first and then heat map. So here it's showing the sales by product type. So I have the category. I would want to show how the differences, or what you call this, it's the sales by product. So I would want to show by visual the sales by product, basically. So paano natin ginawa yung tree map? Again, correction, it's this one is tree map and the other one, yung heat map, it's this one. Okay. So let me have my tree map first. Yung sa example natin, like the budget. Kasi it has the proportion, di ba? It has, show, kung bigger yung value mo, you will have a bigger size ng box mo. Okay? So in our tree map, so what are the metrics? Or what are the data used? So I have the I have actually the product. The important here is the product type and the total prices. Parang ito yung ginamit ko as value for sales. Pero ito lang kasi yung header niya, total price. Okay, so let's replicate this. I have the order status filtered because this one, there's in the data source, pag i-check nyo yung kanyang laman, meron siyang order status, may cancel. Siyempre, hindi yan part ng sale kapag cancel, di ba? Parang na-cancel siya eh. So, most likely, pag canceled, walang pumasok na pera sa'yo because the transaction was canceled. So, either i-refund mo si customer because na-cancel yung transaction. So, wala kang sale doon. Okay. Kaya I filtered that particular the transaction based on order status. Okay, so I have here the product type. Okay, product type. And then we have our metric, which is the sales. The sales is basically in the data set, it's the total price. Total sales, parang sales niya kasi per transaction. All I need to do is to sum the total price. So, ayan. And then, call this 3 map. We're going to have a 3 map. Okay, so I have the sum of the product. Okay. And let's go back here. Then I have 3 map here. So let's here. I'm gonna change, of course, I'm gonna change my visual to 3 map here because yung kanina, ang ginamit niya is nag-column chart siya. So I already have that. Then I can change the color if I want to. We can just make use of the product again. Just drag it to the color, then you'll have different colors, right? Now, if you want to show the labels of like the total price, so you can just make use of that again. You drag it to the label para mag-show siya. Ayan. Then you will have that. The product type kasi is konti lang, kaya medyo maganda pa yung itsura ng ating 3 map. Ayan. Kita niya, okay, this is the biggest one. This has the biggest sale. The smartphone is the category that has the biggest sale, 21 million. And then next one is the 14 million for smartwatch. And then next one would be laptop, which is 12 million. Tablet, 11 million. And then we have the headphones. So there. So this is the sales by product, right? Sales by product. You can also do the same sa Power BI ninyo. So I have purchase date here. Yeah, purchase date. So we go there. So that's my purchase date. So either you double click it para ma-add na siya dito or you drag it. Pwede namang drag or double click. Okay. In here, what I'm gonna use is the month. So I will have month here. Okay, so I have January to December, right? And then another one, this will be the date. Okay, I'll change it to day. So yeah, so I would want to show you the breakdown. So I have two main variable. So one is the date, and then I'll have to show what did I use here for heat map. It's the sales again. So it's the sales. So this one. Okay. So I have here. It's added. Currently it's giving, or what you call this? It's showing the values. Now, if I want to color it, then all you need to do is to color it. Okay? And then we have. Okay, there you go. So in this side, it's like a legend wherein the darker the color, the higher the value. So that's your heat map. And then the lighter the color, the lesser the value. Okay. Now, say if you want to add like a if you want to make this dynamic, you can add. So this is the date. You can add filters then to make it dynamic. So let's say you want to filter it based on products. Let's add it here. That's another product type. Product type. For now, all na lang muna. Okay. And then if I want it dynamic, we can add it here. Wait. Add filter product. Filter product. There you go. And then that makes this an interactive visual, right? You can just add. Same thing, you can do that in all of the visuals you've created. Okay, so that's this is your heat map. Okay, so you just have to change muna ito. This is what means. This is still your sales. Let's see. Anong maganda? Let's say it's still sales by. This is your monthly sales. Daily sales comparison. Product for 2024. My data here is September. Sabihin lang natin, fiscal year 2024. That's my title. My chart title. Okay. So that's for heat map. Okay, let's have the geo maps. So this one, I made use of a different data set here. It's the Superstore data set because I don't have, in my previous source, I don't have, dun sa electronics, well, I don't have a geospatial column. Wala akong country, wala akong state. So I made use of a different source. So ito sa GeoMap, let's try to replicate this. This time, I'm going to use my sample Superstore dataset. Okay, so here, what's nice about Tableau kasi, it kind of detects if you have, ayan, kapag for map, when you double click that, ibibigay niya na agad. Like, okay, this is one of the maps or charts that you can use para ganyan. And all you need to do, because in my dataset, in this dataset Superstore, it has a country column. So I will need to add the country column here as well. So it focuses now the country. Isa lang yung country dito actually. It's the United States. So ayan, kaya you have that. And now you have your state. We want to have a color sa ating dun sa map natin para maganda, di ba? Pag here the color. Yan. And then label. Okay. I also would want to show the state label, right? So I can just drag it to my label. Again. And my profit. State. I would want to show the profit as well. Sa label. There you go. So we have your GeoMap. So this time, this is your sales by state. Or profit, not sales, but it's the profit. Profit by state. Okay, so did we Okay. All right. So that's JMap. Do you still want scatterplot? Do you still want to see scatterplot? Or you're good? Or do you have questions? Are you still with me? No questions? Okay. Sige, last. Let's do scatterplot. So, it will be part of the recording na lang. Balikan nyo na lang. Yes, I made use of the Blue Desktop. Okay. So, let's try to replicate this. So, we have this is the correlation of the sales and profit. So, this is the Superstore dataset, yung pangalawang dataset na ginamit ko. So, two metrics, it's the sales and the profit because we're checking on the relationship between sales and profit. Okay, so let's try to replicate this. So we have, again, dimension would be your state. Okay. State, let's have that. And then your sales. So we have your sales and we have your profit. So it should be scatter plot. So, okay. All right. And this is that's based on customer ID. We have to add yeah. So the number of customer ID will be here. And sales, then profit by customer. Okay. Okay, and then we just have to adjust the colors of your state. So you drag the colors here. And there you have it. So dito makikita nyo na how scattered yung data ko. So is this an outlier? Ayan, yung mga outlier na ito, mga lumabas. Ayan. These are outliers. And then you have to take a look at. But bakit grabe yung peak niya? And you check, okay, the profits is 8,762 and the sales is 18,337 and then this one, ganyan. May sales siyang 23,661 but there's a negative profit. And of course, dito kasi, di ba, pag below the line, it's negative. So you have to find it. Ibig sabihin, hindi sila, itong mga nandito, hindi kumita. Okay, so this is scatterplot. This is the correlation of your sales and your profit. So you just have to change the title again of your chart. Sorry. Correlation. Correlation, sales, profit. So what can you deduce? What's the insight? Ayan, parehas na ba? You can actually change how ito yung size ng inyong can change it. Okay. So that's how you create scatter plot. You can also change the specific data point color. So if say for example, after checking this is an outlier, sabihin lang natin, then you can make your decisions here if you're gonna keep it or you exclude it. Exclude it, ibig sabihin, i-hide niya yan from the visual. Okay. All right, so that's how you do the different visuals for your that's how you create different visuals in the Blue Desktop. I made use of the Blue Desktop. Same thing, kaya rin yung gawin to mga to sa Power BI, and for Looker Studio you just have to check. Parang not all, but you try, you check. Okay? Do you have questions or clarifications?